After watching this video, you'll be able to understand where the market is heading so you can plan accordingly and don't get your hopes up when it comes to selling or buying your next home. Watch until the end because I'm going to show you the exact strategy on how to navigate through the 2022 market. Is the housing market of 2022 going to be as crazy as 2021? At the peak of 2021, in some markets, immediately when the house hit the market, there will be buyers fighting like sharks all over the property. You have hundreds of people even on the list just to see the house. Of course, we had the situation where there were multiple offers, where some buyers even waived the appraisal gaps, and with some even paying all cash. The question is, what caused all of this? One word: emotions. Every market, whether it's stocks, crypto, the wheat market, the eggs market, it is driven by human emotion. As long as there are humans on earth, every market will be driven by emotions. And 2021 was no different. You know what was still going on, and people still needed more space. Some people were working from home. Some people wanted to be closer to families because of everything that was happening. Also, since most people were working remotely, everyone could live wherever they wanted. Another part was the supply chain was way backed up. New constructions were put on pause, and of course this created a lack of inventory. Instead of selling, a lot of sellers would refinance their home because interest rate was such at an all-time low. And speaking of low interest rates, buyers were able to spend more in 2021. So this created high demand and low supply. On top of that, the rental market was even crazier. It was so hard to find a place to rent. If you were a seller in 2021, I hope you made your money. And if you were a buyer client of mine, I hope you don't hate me.
Oh, I hate you.
Okay, so that was a little recap on how 2021 went for the housing market. Now let's get into what is coming in 2022 and my prediction for it. I'm not a fortune teller. I do not have a crystal ball, but this video is based on my research and all of the other experts within the industry. If you don't know me, my name is Van, and our team have helped nearly 500 people either sell or bought their home last year. With that being said, we know a little bit something about where the housing market is heading. There are three things we're going to talk about today. One is inventory. Two is interest rates. Three, home prices. After looking into what is going to happen in 2022, as I promised, I'll be going over some strategies on what you can do differently from the other buyers to give you an advantage. I'm especially talking to the first-time home buyers out there because you may need strategies. So the more you know, the farther you will go. First thing is inventory, as this is the supply part of the supply versus demand that we all remember from high school econ. The question is, what is inventory going to look like in 2022? Is it going to go down or is it going to go up? To answer your question in short, not by much. According to the National Association of Realtors, we as a country are 5.5 million homes behind in underbuilt homes, which means that there are not enough homes to meet demands. In addition, due to inflation, the cost of labor has skyrocketed. And back in November, the Commerce Department stated that there has been an increase in tariff in the lumber delivered from Canada. The average went from 8.99% to 17.99%, which is nearly doubled. All of those factors are decreasing the inventory. But to give you a little hope, Realtor.com predicts that there's going to be a 0.3% in increase in inventory for 2022. 0.3%. Next is mortgage rates. This can either be a negative thing or a positive thing, depending on how you look at it. Basically, the feds have decided that they're going to slow down on buying bonds and raise interest rates a little bit in 2022. But we will still be at a relatively low rate compared to pre-pandemic. An economist with the National Association of Realtors expects to average 30-year mortgage interest rate to hover around 3.7% by the end of 2022. The interest rates increasing can be a good thing. One, because there will be a little bit less buyers in the marketplace, and two, a lot of sellers aren't going to refinance because interest rates have raised a little bit. But it can be a bad thing because it'll be more expensive for the buyers to buy. Final point is, where is the housing price going to go? Most experts still see the price of homes increasing in 2022, but it's not going to be as bad as what we saw in 2021. For example, in quarter 4 of 2020, median home sold price was at $358,700, and in just quarter 3 of 2021, median home sold price hit $4,700, which is a 12.8% increase in sold price. A group of the top 20 economists believe that in 2022 there will be an increase around 5.7% in median sold price, and I'll take that any day because that's a little bit better than 12.8% in 2021. Now the question is, should you wait to buy? Some buyers may try and time the market to make sure it is the perfect time for them to buy, but this is never a smart idea. Just like how some people were waiting on Tom Brady to slow down and retire, it is never a good idea to time the market. One thing that stays true throughout hundreds of years is the saying, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. In essence, you should be a long-term investor of real estate. Whether or not you're planning on buying next year, it is my duty to give you some tips, tricks, and strategies on how to navigate the 2022 market. This will give you an advantage over all of the other buyers. Strategy number 1 is having an initial buyer consultation with a real estate agent. Where most buyers mess up, their first step in buying a home, which makes sense, okay, I get it, is just browsing, right? Browsing, and then they search for a house and then they meet with an agent when they're ready to buy. That's really the wrong way to do it. You want to sit with a real estate agent way beforehand, get all the information you need, and a real estate agent is going to tell you exactly what to do in your local exact market. Because again, every market are built different. Your agent will know a game plan for you in that exact market. Strategy number 2 is meet with a great local lender. National lenders are okay. What sets great experienced local lenders apart is that they're personal, they're one-on-one, they will take the time to sit with you, to go over your situation. They know what programs are best for you. Some programs will give you a boost. And again, this will give you an advantage over all the other buyers that are in the marketplace. Secondly, they will know how much you need to save up, what your credit score needs to be way in advance. So your financials will be in great condition when you are in time to buy. Strategy number 3 is look for homes that no one knows about. Now you might be asking, how is this possible? How can no one know about a house? One of the biggest advantage working with a great agent is that they know about an off-market property months in advance before it even hits the market. For example, my team is one of the biggest in the state. We have a lot of relationships with other real estate agents, with other sellers, builders, developers, contractors. We know when people are going to sell way before the consumers do. In 2021, we have found a lot of our buyers off-market properties. This is really beneficial because it allows you to save time, money, and headache in looking at so many properties, losing so many offers. So having an agent that has good connections with other agents, sellers, builders, and developers really gives you an advantage over the other buyers that sometimes aren't even represented, and sometimes working with agents that don't know the market. I can go on and on with other tips that will help you out in the marketplace. That's gonna make this video really hard to edit because it's gonna be so long. But if you want to know more, please like the video and comment. We want more tips. I'll make a separate video going over what is the tips to help you gain advantage over all the other buyers. Before you go, as a bonus, because I love you, I will attach a PDF on the exact home buying process. It's gonna be a nice flow chart where you can follow step by step and learn what it's like buying a house. I'm telling you, the more knowledgeable you are, the more successful you will be when buying a house in 2022 or even in 2030. And of course, you can always schedule a one-on-one consultation with the link below, and I'll be sure to answer any questions or comments you have. Thanks for watching the video. It will mean a lot to me if you guys like and subscribe to the channel. But until next time, peace out.